Yeah, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button. It's just a little video, yeah. Yeah, yesterday I was with a couple of Nigerian mates of mine. Big, powerful guys, you know what I mean? They're big, really, really powerful guys. And they was going through my podcast, like sitting down, mucking about, and I was saying, he said, yeah, some of your podcasts, Ray, about sex offenders and rapists and all that. So I said, yes, mate, yeah. He said, I like the one about the Indians in the scrubs, what he done to them. I went, yes, mate. I said, he said, what's the government like when they get hold of, and judges and all that when they get hold of paedophiles and sex offenders, what do they do? I said, well, they put them in the system, mate, and change them around, but sometimes we get to find out who they are, and then they're in trouble. He said, let me tell you something, right? In our country, it's completely different, yeah? The police let it go, yeah? They sort of like they push them on us, you know what I mean? He said, let me tell you what you can do, they do to really, really bad sex offenders in Nigeria. He said, first of all, he said, they might, be watching, they watch the sex, they get to hear by the police, the police that next to me, They get to know by the police that these people were sex offenders. And to watch them. You don't get many in Nigeria because of this, well, I'll show you this, yeah? And he was saying to me that, he said, what you've done was fantastic. He said, but it's nothing to what we do, mate. He said in Nigeria, what we do, he said, there's two ways of doing it, yeah? He said, the really, really bad ones, he said, they're the really, really bad, the ones with the kidney failures, they're really bad ones, yeah? He said, the ones that rape women and things like that, they're different. They get another, but both of them die. He said, but some have it easy, some have it really, really bad, yeah? He said, let me tell you about the easy one first. The easy ones, they take them, first of all, they take all the clothes off, yeah? They make them walk around the village where they raped a little kid or raped a woman or done something like that, yeah? He said, what they do is strip them off and they batter them with sticks. They hit them with sticks and then it goes on and on and on. He said, then they become rocks. He said, rocks become boulders. Boulders become slabs. He said, they get everything, mate, thrown at them. He said, sometimes their actual brain is hanging out of their head. He said, then we take them to the nearest cesspit, yeah? He said, in this country, we've got really, really bad cesspits. Some of them may be 100 foot deep, 20 foot deep, 30 foot deep, and they're full of poo. They're full of shit. You know, I'm full of it. He said, what we do, we tie their legs up, and we lower them into the shit, heads first. Yeah, we leave them in there for 20 seconds. Pull them out. Look at them. Hit them with sticks. Everything. Keep smashing them. Push them back down it. 30 minutes. 30 seconds, sorry, 20 seconds before that, 30 seconds, yeah? Put them down. By this time the rope's going mad, you can understand, can't you? And then they bring them up, batter them again with the sticks, all around the legs, all around the groins, everywhere, yeah? This time they really, really let them go for about a minute, leave them on there for a minute. You can imagine, can't you, trying to breathe down there all that poo, and all that, and they're breathing it all in, and then in the end they leave them down there to die. They leave them down there 2, 3, 4 minutes to die here, and they come up and they open them up, just whip them up with a knife. The whole intestines fall out, everything falls out on the floor, everything falls out on the floor. That's how to treat sex offenders, right? That's how you do it, mate, in this country. I said, yeah, they couldn't do it in this country. Do you know what I mean? The government, they go crazy. The government let them on the wings, you know what I mean? You usually find out that half of them are paedophiles, you know what I mean? But they let it go, you know what I mean? He said, listen to me, he said, the second one, he said, we watch them, we take them out, and this time we really smash them to pieces. Boulders, bricks, everything, women, men, just smash them to pieces with all sorts of things, yeah? What they can get hold of, they smash them with. They then take them into the middle of the village. They pour petrol all over, everywhere. Then they get tyres, maybe 3, 4 tyres, put 3 or 4 tyres over there. We get big tyres that go over their body, two or three of them, and then the little ties that go around their head, pour petrol in their mouth, and set them alight. Set them alight, like. He said, you hear them screaming, they're screaming, and they're just, in the end, they're just dying. That is how we treat them people in Nigeria. And women, if any women are caught doing it, what the women do, they smash them to pieces. I'm on about smash them to pieces. They dig a hole and bury them up to their neck. And then they get all the kids, everyone around, to throw bricks, stones at them and bat them with all sorts of things. Smash their heads to pulp, you wouldn't even recognise them. He said, that's how we deal with it in Nigeria. He said, your country's easy, man. I said, our country, in a way, mate, is civilised, you know what I mean? He said, civilised? How's it civilised? You let them people, you give them 5 or 10 years, you change their names, they come out and do the exact same thing again to young kids. He said, I see a thing the other day, some people in Birmingham that raped about 13, 14-year-old kids, yeah? 13, 14-year-old kids, and they got next to nothing, mate. They didn't even get deported, right, back to their country. They didn't get hardly birds, so I think got 10s, 12s. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't happen in our country, right? It don't happen in countries like our country. Nigeria, mate, we don't stand with that shit. Your country's soft. Not is it just about soft, right? Maybe it's because the people that are sentenced to them and doing this, that, and that, are the people that are doing what they're doing to the kids and to the girls and to the boys. He said, you've got to look at it like that, you know what I mean? It's just weird. He said, listen, I'm in London, right? We're about, 7 families, Nigerians? Listen to them, mate. I'm telling you straight. If we ever get to find out that any of one of the families are into that paedophilia or raping young kids or whatever, we would do them the same way. We would do them the same. We would take them to the woods and deal with them people the same way. Exactly as I told you. He says, you people in this country are too soft. You can't allow it. That's why there's so much of it goes on in this country. He said, in our country, it doesn't go on, mate. You get 1 or 2 maybe. It don't go on, mate. In this country, you're reading about it 24/7. You're reading about it that people in Birmingham, Manchester, all in places that are coming over from different countries, foreign nationals are coming over and they're getting all the kids and they're raping kids. They're raping kids and really doing bad things to these kids and getting nothing at all. Got to sort this out, mate. I said, listen, I sorted it out when I was in prison. He said, yeah, I know, mate. I understand where you're coming from, mate. I understand that it's hard for you out here, being the sentence that you're on. But he said, mate, fair play to you what you've done in prison. He said, hold my hands up to you, mate, big respect. He said, anyway, it's not here to talk about paedophilia, mate. This is about talking about something else, yeah? Anyway, that was it, really. So I had a little drink with him. I don't drink, I got a little bit of drink. I had a couple of shandies, you know? And we just talked about a bit of business and they went on, you know? They're nice people, mate. They're really, really nice people, the way they talk. And I like them people, like the suit and the booties, you know what I mean? Nice people. But when they told me that, I thought, Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Rahul. Please press the like button. This is right. Bye-bye. Good morning, yeah. Bye. I'm off to the dinner today. Yeah, mate, I'm going over my mate's house, Ascot. And my mate's wife, Carol, my mate Sid died. And his wife's invited us over there for dinner. So we're going to go over there for a nice big family dinner, yeah. Roast potato, all a lot, yeah. I might even take a picture and send it to you. Have a nice day, yeah. Bye-bye.